Hello and welcome to the Trample Back Podcast, episode 71. My name's Gary Black and joining me this week, as always, is Chris Conroy.
Hiya.
And John Walker.
Hello.
We need to keep this intro short. I'm too excited about my cat facts.
Mate, this is the first minute. Do you know what minute you're going to drop the feline bomb?
Minute 1.
Minute 1. Right, okay. Start the podcast. Gary's excited.
I meant minute 1 after the celebrity deaths, because if we don't put that first, people get pissy.
Do you think people only tune in for the celebrity deaths and then fuck off?
See, even if this was a podcast I liked or listened to, and somebody started with cat facts, I would turn off. Instantly turn off.
This is the first time, we've spoken about it before, where I do listen back to them just so I can laugh at what you used to say, because I'm such a horrible fucking egomaniac that I'm just sitting thinking about what I'm saying myself here. And this has been the first one that I've not listened to. I've just been mobbed this week, so I've still got last week's to go back and listen to. Did we talk about John Gavin and the bestiality videos?
I don't think we did.
No, we did.
We did?
Yeah.
The Thug Life videos?
That was our favourite
Oh, yeah, we
internet
did.
thing.
See, for a week, every time somebody mentions something about animals now, I've just got fucking Snoop Dogg and John and our mate Pat's face just laughing at these fucking... I'm glad we covered it, because I've told everybody about it.
So our first celebrity death this week, Chris, I think it's going to come as a big shock to you.
I know nothing.
Well, it's a tree,
Right, okay.
but more meaningfully, it's a tree that you know.
So, if Gary and I have prepared the topics and deaths on this show, who do you think found out that a tree was dead and wanted to put it in celebrity deaths?
I'm only looking at one man. Gary Black.
Obviously, it's Gary.
Guilty.
It's a tree I know. Can
Yeah.
I guess? Famous trees. I've actually visited the one. Is it Europe or America?
America.
So I done a gig once with a comic, and we were staying overnight in Newcastle. The club gave you a flat for the night, and we gigged on the Friday, and then we woke up the next day, and he says, "Do you want to go and see this tree?" And it was in it's the tree that sits between like a valley, like a perfect valley with a couple of steep hills either side, but the one for Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, famous tree. We weren't the only ones there. I was kind of hoping it would be that one, because that's a tree I know.
It's better than that tree.
Do you know when you said, is it Europe or America?
Yep.
See if we'd said America, which it is. See what the stories he has, it wouldn't have put me past me, but see during the slavery when I used to pick cotton.
Mate, get out, live a fucking life, man. Lose a few jobs, get dumped a couple of times, fucking like it forces you to fucking get stuff, new experiences. Right.
It's the first celebrity death we've had where the death's been caused by wind.
Right, okay.
And unfortunately, I've got to tell you, it's the tree from The Shawshank Redemption. In Mansfield, Ohio.
Was Morgan Freeman under it, or
No, he just got out of the way in time.
just get out of the way in time? Hashtag pray for Morgan.
So yeah, that celebrity death was terrible. Do you want a better one?
Do you think a lot of people visited that tree?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Aye.
And as well, the prison building as well is nearby.
Right, okay. Right, but what else have we got? This is brilliant. I fucking do not know a news story this week. What were you, like, were you in a mailing list as a fan of the fucking tree in case it started touring?
Yeah, I followed it on Instagram.
You'll be familiar with the work of Finbar Flood. Where do you think that name originates from?
This Finbar's a Fenian, isn't it? It's something caught.
And who would they have been the managing director for if it's of any interest to you?
Is it
Bitterness.
the IRA?
Not close. Guinness.
You're joking?
He was for 15 years. In between that, he was the chairman of Shelbourne as well.
Right.
So a busy man, but he's not busy anymore.
That is.
Making Guinness in hell.
Do you think after they've buried him, they'll go back a couple of years later to see if he's settled?
What does the managing director of Guinness actually do?
Fucking pimps.
Just
He's
sit
just
back.
do it. He's just do it. Bitches! 4 pints of my juice for the bitches in the house.
It's kind of like the Iron Brew marketing team in Scotland. They're like, the job's done. There's no advertising need.
But it's foreign markets. You know, it kind of, you're constantly looking into new territories because it's quite big in Jamaica.
Do you think it's that
So-
guy that came up with the Guinness chocolate bar?
I quite like Guinness cake. Do you know? Do you know when it's like dark in the bottom, and then white icing in the top, but they actually use Guinness. It's like it's like, have you had it before?
No.
It's lovely. It's excellent. It's really good. Who's his name? Finbar.
Finbar Flood.
Finbar. I think he was related to Wilo. Just a family with cunts.
I don't think. See, looking at him, he looks like he's created.
Wilo Flood.
Aye,
Yeah, he's a tree elf.
not born. He was made somewhere,
See the ages my kids were.
and they weren't aiming for a human.
The ages my kids were. In the Night Garden was popular. When the wee girl was one. There's a character called Macapaka, and Macapaka was Wilo Flood's double. Just, that fucking that kids TV program was fucked up. Wee guy, fucking who was the wee star of that show? The wee guy with the red blanket.
I have no idea.
Piggle. That was a fucker. I go Piggle when they go to his bed, and then the sort of the strong female character, Upsy Daisy. Upsy Daisy took a mattress everywhere she went. What kind of fucking message is that sending? Never know when you're going to need a mattress. Night, kids. I was a fucked up cartoon, but Macapaka was Wilo Fudge Double. Yeah, I'm maybe going to. I love Guinness.
You're going to pour one out for your homeboy that isn't with you
Homeboy.
anymore.
I don't know if it was the acting MD, like that you could go apply for the job.
Nah, that'll be when there'll be a family connection somewhere. Or, do you know what that was? Who is it owns them now? Is it Diageo? Diageo owns Guinness.
Oh, really?
Aye. But the museum and the storehouse in Dublin, you know, the amount of tourists that must get through there would be a fucking business in its own.
The Guinness Trail.
Plastic paddies, taking pictures of Guinness and sticking them online. Aye, I'm sad about that one. If we get any more,
It's a
celebrity.
terrible, terrible week for Ireland. There's another Irish person dead. That's 2 Irish people dead this week. I don't know how they're going to cope. Gary, who's this guy? You gave me this guy's name.
JT McNamara.
It's probably a fucking rhododendron bush.
This guy's a jockey.
that a jockey?
Or he was a jockey.
He was an amateur jockey in 2000. Well, wait, don't pour scorn yet. I can see your face starting to go.
Right, mate, it gives his
No,
story of
no,
adversity.
no good celebrity death starts with he was amateur.
He was an amateur jockey, and he was destined to be a big name.
He was destined to be able to do it for money.
He fell off his horse and was paralysed
Some
in
people,
2013
mate, see if this is ever going to be a move. Did they strap him to a horse?
and raced him around because that's what he wanted to do, still race.
He's
So
the
they'd strap him
fucking
up to the
Stillian
horses.
Petrov of the horse world.
Basically,
Slightly less well known.
it took a few years, but the horse won.
Did they get? Oh fuck! Did they get back to riding horses again?
No,
or it was
he's
just permanently,
Not permanently paralysed.
and they eventually died for his injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Would have been quicker if they just fucking put the curtain on him.
Aye. The last one we've got was very late on. I think it even happened
It happened
before we
the
left
night of the podcast.
Yeah.
Aye.
last week. Is Gary Marshall.
So I feel slightly bad about this because I said on the podcast I've got a good feeling there's going to be more deaths, and within there was.
Who's Gary Marshall?
He was the writer
There's a
of.
lot of famous people called Gary Marshall. Like the instantly, I'm thinking of the Radio Clyde DJ.
No. Again, it's an American one. He was writer of Happy Days and Pretty Women.
That's a fucking pretty big one, isn't it?
That's huge.
Happy, but you need to fucking look into his
I
psyche
ne-
as well,
I-
didn't
He
he?
liked the 50s and prostitutes.
Aye, how old was Fonzie? Do you know what I mean? He was up to no fucking
Aye,
good.
Fonzie's a weird one, but like, it's an age thing. Like, I've never went back and watched Happy Days, but I know if I watched it now, I'd be like, why is that old guy hanging around with all the younger guys?
Aye. Hey.
You know what's weird?
Fucking keep back for him.
When I was young watching...
He broke that jukebox. That's how he knows how to fix it.
When I was young and watching Happy Days, I didn't realise it was like a period piece.
Exactly know what you're talking about, mate. I thought it was made in the 50s.
Yeah. So when I first saw Richie Cunningham and something else, I was like, oh,
What
still
was it,
looked really
picking up
young.
Oscars?
Aye.
He wasn't the guy you thought was going to make all those movies.
I thought it would be Potsy.
Aye, Potsy.
See, I used to. That's similar to me with watching that 70s show. Like,
Do you think that was made in the 70s?
I also didn't know when I was watching that 70s show when I was like 12 what it was when they were all sat in a circle talking to the camera. I only knew what that was when I was like 17, 18.
What was it?
It was when they're all smoking weed.
All smoking dope.
Aye, that's meant to be what's happening. And I had no idea.
So you would say that 70s show led you astray?
It's a gateway sitcom.
The Gateway Sick, yep, famous.
I seen a pit, like, I only know roughly what you're talking about there. Do you know if you've seen odd snippets here and there? And I was like that as well with Outnumbered. Did you ever watch Outnumbered?
I like that.
See the pictures that were circulating this week about, you won't believe what the kids look like from Outnumbered now. And it showed you them like now. You're going, well, what did you expect them to do? Fucking stay kind of midgets? You know, like some kind of time capsule to preserve. You won't. The fucking cheeky fuckers, what? They fucking went and
Grew
went
up.
through puberty. The fucking arseholes. No getting that in the red button. But
Find it difficult to like that boy. Was it Tiger Honeydew?
Tiger Honey's already here.
The thing I liked about that show, I heard Hugh Dennis talking about it, and they never knew what the lines the kids had were.
Right,
The mum and the dad, the kids were always given lines, and Hugh Dennis and the wife weren't.
right.
So they had
To react to
they
them.
had to react to the lines, which is why I thought.
Is it good?
I really liked it. I thought it was good.
Nah.
Nah, shouldn't hate it.
The oldest son is the son of Bendover.
Who's he, Gary?
Somebody you wouldn't know, Chris. There's this thing on the internet called pornography,
Right.
and he's a prominent old
Is this
man
like the
on
stuff
it.
John Gavin watches but with humans?
Aye, it's like John Gavin stuff, but with guys. Oh, and there's sometimes women in it as well.
I seen something that won the internet the other day, right?
Oh,
It was you know the women's golf was on.
Here we go. Here's a classic John Walker coming.
No,
you know.
Eh,
The women's golf was on,
there's
what,
a-
3 days after a guy's tournament finished somewhere?
exactly. But there's a really attractive female Scottish golfer.
What's her name?
No idea. Anyway, somebody had tweeted a picture of her. I think she'd done a calendar, and she was in a bikini.
Right.
And somebody tweeted a picture saying, might head down to women's golf. And somebody replied saying, that's horribly sexist. And I don't know if it was somebody from like a golf club. And they replied with their mission statement of what the golf club's attendance was.
That seems
And you were only allowed like a 3% women attendance.
This sounds really shitty, and see if you want to give me flack about it. But see when the golf clubs knocked the women back, I was like, fucking fair dues to you. Fucking knock them back. See if they wanted to start up a women's golf club. I wouldn't be jumping up and down going, that's no fair. I want to play in their golf club. It's where they go for a bit of time with their friends and just to get away and relax in life. See if you introduce females into that environment, going, well, what next?
How many
Where does
female...
it end? Where does it end? Are they going to want to be bouncers next? You'll have them in the fucking UFC before you know it. It's just that fucking...
You know, I didn't even know a punchline in that story. I just knew one of you would react to it.
It's...
It was free as well. That's the real kicker. If you're going to put on a tournament, don't make it free. At least charge a
Aye.
£5 to come in.
I make people invest in it. Make people invest in it. I'd, again, speaking for the privilege of a white heterosexual male, I'm never going to understand the struggles. I'm just fucking tired of hearing about them all the time. See if you complain about fucking everything, then you stop taking notice of the big stuff. Do you know what I mean? See, for me, see in the same year where you're complaining about fucking one of what's into golf clubs, fucking dinosaurs. I would have started off with the wages thing. And I would have got the wages thing sorted. See once pays equal. Start looking at fucking everything else. Don't fucking, if you complain about everything, nothing's gonna get done. But see if you just go for the fucking real stuff.
The problem is they're not fighting against men on the majority of these things. It's like we want wage increases, but first can we get breast reductions and
Aye.
increases on the NHS first?
Aye. It's just fucking mental.
They're fighting themselves.
Aye. It's fucking Wimbledon. They're talking about Wimbledon. Well, fucking play 5 sets then. Hit it at 140 mile an hour. Play 5 sets and hit it at 140 mile an hour. And then fucking, I'll write you all the checks you fucking want.
Is it Bill Barr that says he's talking about gender alteration?
I don't know.
It's a tennis thing. He goes, how's that even fair in sport where you can just cut your dick off and become the #1 tennis player in the world?
It's
How many female listeners do we have? Like 3?
oh, and see the ones that do listen.
They're committed.
They're fucking. They're brilliant humans. Do you know what I mean? I don't go. Oh, I'd really like to get some more female listeners.
Gary does.
Listen,
Gary wants the demographic.
we know what men are, and we know what women are, right? They've got their faults and we've got ours. See if my mum, my daughter, or my partner gives me 10 jobs to do, they know I'm not going to get 10 jobs done. But see if you give me one job and you tell me to focus on it, and you're going to question about me, you're going to say I'm going to ask if this has been done tomorrow, that one fucking job is going to get done. But see if you complain about fucking everything, I'm just going to collapse and go, fuck this, I'll take you out. Do you know what I mean? If you're going to do something wrong, you might as well do it right. So it's just constant. There's, I wish we could just all be humans, but who's sticking up for me? You get me at Twitter at Defo Chris Conroy.
Right. You ready for me to calm this down with a cat fact?
Yeah.
Go for it, aye, we need one.
Go for it.
Are these
Right.
going to be like
One
just one?
overall fact.
There's no carpet bombing over this whole show.
Nah, it's just going to blow your fucking mind. I want you to close your eyes.
Oh,
Chris,
Gary.
John,
Right, okay.
everybody at
Aye,
home.
you know I'm gonna
just close your
commit
eyes
to
for
it.
a second, right?
Unless you're driving.
I want you to... No, even if you're driving, still
Even if
do
you're
it.
driving,
You've got a good
just
30
pull
seconds.
over, put your hazards on.
Pretend you're
There'll
at
be
a
a guy
Pokestop.
along to change your tyre for you in a minute.
I want you to picture in your head a panther,
Right.
right?
Right.
You imagine it?
Right, sir. Is he walking?
No, it's just sitting on a tree.
Is that male or female?
Male.
Right, cool. With no baggage.
Got it? There's no such thing as a panther. What you are thinking of
Is that Jackie?
is a leopard with a genetic disease, not a disease, a genetic alteration, which makes its fur totally black. And it's the opposite of being an albino.
Right.
It's a melanistic leopard.
So panthers.
It's just a leopard.
Right.
So your cat fact was that one type of cat doesn't exist.
To
Is
me,
that a panther doesn't exist?
This is fucking Black Lives Matter all air again, isn't it? Right.
I can't believe you aren't more enthusiastic about this.
At first I thought you said pandas, and I was like, I don't see the connection. But
See, when you say to me it doesn't exist, it just disappeared, and I was looking at a tree.
Exactly. Just a bit empty tree.
An empty tree, aye. Just an empty
I
tree.
think you'll find that our listeners will be in complete shock and flabbergasted that they've been lied to their whole lives.
Well,
And you know whose fault it is? Panther from the Gladiators.
that's Panthro. He was
No, that
blue.
was that was Thundercats.
Who are we talking about here?
Gladiators.
Oh, the fucking competitor Ready.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't really a man of
That was
African.
that was a lady. Panther was a lady gladiator.
Panther was the fucking hell. Panther was a woman.
got paid a lot less than both though.
Who am I thinking?
Shadow.
That's racist, mate. Fucking calm yourself down. Right, no, I've got a problem with this animal fact.
Right.
See if they all turned up one day, the panthers and the leopards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who's this guy?
No, because a leopard can have a panther offspring and a panther can have a leopard offspring. It's just a different colouring.
It's just branding.
Yep. Also happens with jaguars, so you were almost right.
Right, so are you saying a panther can't change its spots?
Yeah.
I was expecting more. I was expecting more out of your answer.
See, to be honest, see the level of disappointment I'm feeling right now from a Gary Black fact. It's
what are you talking
it's
about?
almost exactly what I prepared myself for.
See, GBFs can be something that keeps you going for a day or two. You know, if he drops a fact bomb,
I think
gives you a GBF, and you're like, ooh, Gary Black fact, that's a cracker.
I think you're both going to be thinking about this later, and you're going to realise how astonishing that is. That there is no panther. You've been lied to your whole life.
What's your source?
A guy that worked at a zoo.
So a guy that didn't have the qualifications to be a vet,
Yeah.
starts flinging bullshit, and you've
Listen.
caught it.
I'm not a journalist. I don't have to have two viable sources.
Mate, this goes out to literally tens of people that enjoy facts.
So many stories.
Like, see, when we do the Banhammer, John Gavin's going to do the Banhammer, you can give him that fact, and do you know what? I know exactly what John Gavin will do. He'll try and hit you with another fact.
Then we'll have a fact off.
No, you go, oh, I've got a fact. Right.
So we've got hunters of terrorism and killings this week.
And we're sitting about talking about fucking cats. Right, what we got? I do not know any stories. I've seen headlines.
Right, so Germany, we had the axe guy who didn't do a lot of damage, I don't think. But then we had somebody who was a little bit better at doing damage.
Right,
Because he
so
realised that axes aren't as good as guns.
what did the axe guy do?
He went on a subway and tried to axe people.
Right.
The problem is he had to be close to them so people could stop him pretty quickly, and then he realised and shot it and had to run.
Aye, but there's no escape either, is there?
Well, is
No.
there? Are these guys aren't trying to escape. But then we did.
But when they start orientation at their first week at MK Ultra and they're sort of breaking them down with acid and making them kill chickens and all that, it's during that period. They're not. You're right. They aren't bothered about getting away. They just want to. What's the story with him?
He was probably brown.
They let birds into his golf club.
He was probably brown. He probably came in through the Syrian refugee movement.
Do they play golf in Germany?
Yeah.
You never hear of a German golfer.
Very efficiently. You do hear of German golfers all the time.
Name one.
Name one.
Dietmar.
That's racism, sexism, 2 for 2.
Bernard Langer.
Jürgen Holunines.
Fucking Bergen Langer. Bernard Langer was one of the best.
Never heard him. You've made that up.
No, he's a real guy.
Right, but that was the second. That was the second best terrorist attack in
Did they
Germany.
take him to it, or was it just like lost?
I don't think
limbs?
anyone died on the axe incident.
So it was a failed terrorist attack.
No, I think people got injured. So I think they would consider it being a successful one.
Because the terror was caused.
Like, I mean, if you survive, like, even if it's not a massive terrorist attack and nobody dies, if you survive a terrorist attack of any level, you're not going to tell people that nobody died. You're just going to say, I survived it.
Right, okay. Right, that's Germany.
No, we're still in Germany.
Still, I fucking love Germany.
The next guy seen that and went, fuck, I was going to do my attack with an axe as well. I better go buy a gun.
I can't get a fucking tea off time after 10 a.m. on a Saturday. They're talking about letting women in. This is my semi-automatic.
Listen, Chris, it's all well and fun making jokes about terrorist incidents. This guy started shooting people up in McDonald's. This has gone too far. This affects me now.
I think I peed in there when I was at the stag do last month.
Yeah?
I think I peed in it, aye. I think it was half a dozen.
That's your version of, like, everyone's story when something happens.
Hashtag pray for Chris.
You're
It's
like...
a couple of boys text me and they went, says, fucking see what happened in Munich. I was like, ah, shite bags waited till we were away, eh? And McDonald's.
And he'd been on social media. He set up a fake account as a young female and invited loads of men to meet at that McDonald's at that time.
I kind of really want him to be a 45-year-old father of a pair of blonde twins.
What was really weird, did you see the news
No,
footage?
this guy wasn't ISIS, was he? The one that done.
ISIS are claiming ISIS are claiming credit for everything.
Aye.
I've seen that twisted. Gone. Listen,
But
you don't need to pay your Reggie fee. You don't need to fill in an application form. But if you're pissed off with people, you can say you're in ISIS, and as long as you say the words, you're in. You know, you can say it to yourself. See, when you're in the 263 going for Hamilton to Buchanan Street, as long as you're like, I'm in ISIS. Is you in?
ISIS is the version of a fiver being found in your work,
Aye,
and
Oh.
nobody having claimed it within half an hour and going, "Oh, did you find a fiver?"
Was it a blue one?
Aye.
Aye,
Had the Queen on it.
Aye.
that's definitely mine now.
Were you the guy who found the fiver? I lost it.
Was it kind of folded a wee bit? But not like a crease, just a wee kind of roughly fold?
You notice how we never quiz them. Can you show us you're working?
Aye.
They did it. That's fine. Cool.
But both these guys, Failed Axe guy and Angry Facebook guy, so if I fucking see, women are really letting themselves down in the whole mass shooting thing as well, aren't they?
That's what we need, the women to rise
Oh,
up.
hang on, guys are dicks, aren't they? I'm fucking just realising that. It's but we're the fucking problem. Oh no! Right,
Did you see the footage of that?
you sent me a message about the Sky footage.
There was at least 3 people pushing or carrying empty prams with no children to be seen anywhere.
Maybe a nursery had just taken in. Or
They'd left them all in McDonald's.
see, to be honest, I'm so fucking jaded and I believe nothing. Everything's a false flag.
See phone
See,
footage.
Even when I get to pay my diesel now and the boy tells me it's 20 quid, I'm going, aye, you say it's 20 quid. Fucking believe nothing.
See when you go to the pump and it says that the volume is measured to 15 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
Would you get more petrol if you bought your petrol on a hot day or a cold day?
Yeah, it changes from season to season. See, as it gets colder, you get more miles to the gallon, and in summer you get less. Marginally, because the petrol expands under heat, so it takes up more room, but there's just the exact same amount of energy in it.
So you want to buy a petrol storage tank, fill it up in the winter, and make it last you all summer?
No, it's not going to work unless you're keeping it at a constant temperature, say 15 degrees.
So you're better just keeping it in the petrol station?
They're only bothered about put their selling it at. I've been at a couple of petrol stations recently, and
Got offered an emoji cushion.
I want a third Teddy fucking cushion for my back seat. And see that way you've put exactly a tenner in, or exactly £20. It's ticked over a couple of pennies over. There's a petrol station in Aikenhead Road, and see if you put a tenner in, by the time you've got in, it's £10.6.
£10.6?
Yeah.
They're charging you for a bag?
Right, see the Golf in Aikenhead Road in Glasgow? I'm fucking on to you, cunts.
I've never been in a Golf.
On to you. And a lot of the petrol stations I stop at, I only stop because they've got a toilet. And see the amount of times you go in and it's out of order. See that one at Oldens? Does my fucking nothing.
It's because people won't stop putting glory holes in their toilets.
Mate, it's tiled. Or it's one cubicle. It's in and out, wheelchair access. I've got a lot of beef this week with people.
So there was more
Good
crazy
news.
fucking killings up there.
These golf clubs just put in female toilets.
That means somebody would have to give up a locker.
Just saying. Going to have to build an extension. Right, what's the stories? Right, shit German tourists.
Yep.
No, terrorists.
Yep.
Terrorists, that's the other one. What's the next story? Or is it, are we still on the
French
terrorist?
terrorism.
Fuck it. See, we were all going, oh, Brexit, shit. Thank fuck.
No, that could have been us.
Aye.
However, this guy did kill a priest. I'm conflicted.
What the
The French one
French one? But
was they took hostage in a church and slit a priest's throat.
it's about that shit bag.
Catholic priest,
But you
and it was so-called ISIS, Gary. I'm taking credit.
Is that payback for the Crusades?
is he ISIS as well?
Two of them.
Two of them for one priest. The one guy in the building that's
Oh
not
no,
going to fight back.
they had other hostages, but they got killed.
You've not read into your history of French priests. Those fuckers are crazy.
Yeah. Right, so it's a bad week for Europe.
Well, unusually, I had assumed that John, given his equal fairness to all continents, would come in with his full list of terrorism acts this week.
Is there another terrorism act?
Oh.
I think Baghdad and Syria are going through a pretty
Yeah.
tough time now, mate.
Baghdad, Syria, and Central Africa have had something like 4 times the deaths this week as Europe.
Iraq lives matter.
Where's the Iraqi flags on Facebook? Hypocrites.
Right, what's the next story? Because John's to get away early this week.
That's right. Loads of people killed in Japan as well. Loads
What
of
happened in
disabled
Japan?
people. A guy went into a disabled care home and stabbed 19 people to death with a knife because disabled people shouldn't exist.
I wonder if a Japanese disabled person would
How
look like.
how did they suggest
Like,
it?
like, Gary, I want you to close your eyes,
Right?
and there's a tree,
There's a tree.
and in that tree,
Right?
there's a wee Japanese disabled kid.
Right. What is their disability?
He's in a mobility scooter,
Right?
And-
Up a tree.
and he's only got one eye.
Right?
See that wee Japanese guy?
Uh-huh.
He's Chinese.
No,
You've been lied to.
not me.
How do you feel after that fact? That
My
me and
resolve
John-
has been shooken.
That was me and John 23 minutes ago.
Yes, so that happened.
Fucking world's a shitty place now, eh?
The guy used to work at the care home and he get sacked.
Right.
And then he started turning up and they put him in a mental institution for 4 weeks. Then he got released because they said there was nothing up with him.
He was just lying, wasn't he?
See, to be fair, if somebody had put you in a mental institution for 4 weeks, if there wasn't anything wrong with you, got to direct your anger somewhere.
Mate, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a disabled guy
But see,
said,
even that, get into a place where people are disabled and priests and just people aren't going to fight back. It's fucking.
Stabbing down.
don't stab down,
Stab
only
up.
stab up.
Aye. Aye. It brings us back to a couple of weeks ago. Fucking.
Prince Philip, the Queen,
Aye. There's fucking loads.
kill
of-
people that matter. God, imagine ISIS got the Queen.
Fuck's sake. I literally don't think you can say that.
No, what you can't
It's,
do.
you can't kill swans. That's what you can't do.
Right.
What he said was, imagine. He's saying, hypothetically, what if that happened?
Aye. So if so-called ISIS listen to this, have a pop, have a dream. Anyone can go to McDonald's and fucking kill people.
I don't even believe ISIS exists.
If you rearrange the letters ISIS, you can make it spell MI5.
It's like Al Qaeda wasn't a thing either, was it? That was just.
It's a cooler
It's
name.
just the boogeyman.
It's a cooler name. I liked saying Al Qaeda. Al Qaeda.
Al Qaeda.
Al
You see-
Qaeda is just 2 guys sitting in a cave just now going, fuck's sake, check that ISIS lot out. Wankers.
It's the same guys. Do you know what I mean? It's the same
I know.
cast. It's a reboot. That's how the baddies are sold to you. But there is a lot of shit things going on. Or do you think they're just reporting them more?
Yes. It's almost like there's like a thing that links us all that we'll all be able to see it all.
Honestly, I do not know where I'm going to book my holiday next year. It's fucking what a time to be alive.
Air. There's not any more deaths, but there will be soon, thanks to Amazon's drone delivery system.
What's happening with that?
Right, so what happened was they had to get
I do feel naked.
They had-
Having researched
they had to
these
get the
stories.
law changed first.
Right.
Right, so
That if a drone falls and kills you, that it's not their fault.
no, it's more right. So the whole point in the drone delivery service isn't to get stuff to you quicker or better. It's to unemploy people to save the money.
See when you initially, see when I asked you for the bullet points, saying right, what are we doing? And you know, we went through the bullet points, going right, this, and I says, don't tell me. I want to see how I got on. Just the stories. See when you said about the Amazon drones, I thought there was actual drones going over the Amazon basin. You know, like
Looking
kind of.
for unknown villages.
So is this about the fucking? They're going to bring you your
Yes.
shit to your house.
Yeah.
How far away from that are we?
It's happened. It's the testing successful.
Months.
So what had happened was Amazon weren't going to bring it to the UK because we have a law that says each drone has to be manned by one person.
Right.
Therefore, they weren't saving any jobs. But we changed the laws to say that one man can man 50 drones now. So it now's appeal to them because they can unemploy 49 people to deliver your stuff.
And what their plan is that you would order something and they would send the drone to your door, and then they would alert you in your mobile when the drone was hovering outside your front door.
I don't like this.
Can't stop the march of progress, Chris. We'll
You
be-
can, and I'll do it with one word. Catapults.
Laser pens are really going to come back in a big way.
Right.
That is going to be fun, actually.
Do you know what I mean? You think kids are losing their shit over Pokemon? This Christmas, the must-have toy will be crossbows.
Well, it's like
Because I like my postman.
well, that's the thing. Like,
But the postmen are having to deliver a lot of shit. See the farm foods catalogue and like see the amount of shit I get that's no mail. You know who tapped my door this morning? The fucking Watchtower cunts. Salvation Army. She had one foot in the door. I don't know whether she was trying to sell me two of them. I don't know whether she was trying to sell me a subscription. She says, no, I do all my own reading. Fine. Fucking clowns. There's fucking nothing in your pamphlet about dinosaurs, is there, you cunt?
the interesting thing about those drones, when people figure out that it's like a grab machine, if you do it right, you also win a prize.
If these things get rotors like helicopters,
Yeah.
is there any chance of getting like losing a digit or
Or a dog. Your drone
Right,
killed my dog.
So what's the aye? But imagine the postman's got enough hassle. Imagine the space helicopter comes to deliver the new Harry Potter. You're going to need to keep your devil dog on a leash, shouldn't you? I heard. See that whoever the guy is that runs Amazon.
Ian Amazon.
I was thinking his brother Davey Amazon. It's their aim to get everybody's bank details.
Yeah, and then just buying things through Amazon.
Aye. It's pretty sinister, isn't it? They've already got mine because I love my Kindle.
I don't think they've got mine. I don't think I've ever ordered anything
Really?
through or off of.
I quite like. I quite
Not
like.
not through any protest.
I quite like the service, but see, I'm now looking at Amazon and Google as the same cunt. See with the drones and the driverless cars and the what jobs are going to be left for people? Apart from ordering shit.
See, Chris, though, you're like a like a early 1900s podcaster who was banging on about how you can't introduce cars because all the coach drivers will be out of work.
Yeah. It's all gone too far for me.
Just end it.
It's over.
I'll be taking people with me. A picket line at a golf club. There is something. I think society is a wider question. Is where the march of progress becomes sinister.
Oh, it was ages ago.
Yeah.
The Industrial Revolution.
That is, it's get a drone bringing me a packet to my kids. It's going to seem normal, isn't it?
You listen to the Conspiracy Guys podcast.
Yeah,
Have you listened to the peak oil one?
I'm halfway through that one now.
So they talk about in Ireland the electric rail system
Right,
in
I
the
forgot to that.
in the
bit,
50s was shut down to bring in trains,
right.
and now because they realise they're running out of oil, they're rebuilding the tram system and going
Aye.
back to electric. And this is why they're pushing the strikes on people so they can get rid of the
Aye.
conductors and the train drivers.
So
So it did happen then.
I've seen the talk of some countries, it's always the same countries, the names get bandied about. Denmark, Holland, these, sort of cities where there would be a minimum income that was just paid to people, no matter how many hours that you done, and everybody got enough. Because as more and more people get put out of work, and more things are available to consume, they still need people to have money to consume the shit that they're selling. Do you know what I mean? See if you put
Oh yeah, if you put 1 million more people out of jobs in the UK in the next 5 years,
So
Apple still need to sell their next phone because the phone's only built to last 18 to 24 months. If you have no money, you can't buy phones, and then those companies have lost it. They've lost their own game.
Look, what will society and work and employment look like in 50 or 100 years' time? Will you need to go, or will you work for the house, or will it just be... See, even the...
Well, I've always wondered, see you talk about literally, you'll turn up to your work and you'll be powering something by running a treadmill.
Mm.
Why do gyms play electricity bills when they have machines that rotate?
Aye.
That you could get people to power, surely your own electricity and power through.
How much do you want to watch MTV Europe? Well, you're going to need to power it if you want to watch it.
See, when you were talking there about the rail strikes, I was thinking the other day, when was the last time you were on a train that used a conductor to close the doors?
What happens every time at Croy?
Aye.
Really?
It's a key.
They have
come
to.
off
It might only beat one door though. They only have to beat one door to open every door.
The trains at Balloch, I don't know if we have different trains, but it's just a driver pushes a button and they close.
All right, no, one person has to unlock the one door that opens all the doors.
Do you know, when they talk about Balloch as the end of the line, it really is.
It's the end of the line. Aye. The end of society.
On so many levels and platforms.
Will we do our last killings before we get to John's Banhammer?
John Gavin's got a blah blah.
So, did you hear about the sex party shooting in Surrey?
No.
So it was a swingers party at a rented house in Surrey. There was a shooting and immediately everyone scarpered,
Right.
leaving just litter and
Just car keys everywhere.
everything all over the place. So it was reported.
Litter.
It was reported on the news instantly as swinger party shooting.
Aye.
Sky, BBC, everything all over the press. Then today they released a statement saying it wasn't a swinger party, it was a reggae party.
Look, the same day interviewed Levi Roots.
Wow.
A reggae party?
A reggae party. A
Fuck
reggae
off.
summer party.
No. Right. See whatever kind of party it was.
Was
there pump at it?
Aye. Reggae party.
Was there a murder at it?
Yep. Sexual misadventure.
No. To me, that's different, right? See, if it's by sexual misadventure, you die when you're doing something sexual. See if
Not
you
just getting shot.
Aye. See if you gave a guy a knockback and he comes back 15 minutes later after he's been to his book, because I'm assuming it's a man that's done the shooting. That's what's happened.
Because
isn't
they
it?
wouldn't sell a woman a gun.
Somebody's chapped the door. The boy turned up with a set of fucking Callaways that was only 6 months old, tried to sell them. The only one that wanted to buy them was the cleaner. She left really quickly. That's how there was litter everywhere. It's been a guy that's been knocked back, or it's been a guy that's turned up and his
Didn't
partner-
like the amount of bogling going on.
the amount, or it's been a couple that's come back for their Airbnb in Toronto and realised how they've rented their gaff out to. See if I ever have a techno club night, I'm going to call it Sexual Misadventure. Out on the streets, they call it murder. Right, John Gavin, let's see what he does with a fact. I hope he doesn't let me down.
Hello,
Hello, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
How are you getting on, mate?
Hi,
Can
John.
you hear me?
Aye,
Hello.
aye.
I'm alright.
You got a couple of minutes, you texted said that you had a Banhammer for us this week.
The wee idea for the Banhammer.
Right,
Something
okay.
that's been on my mind. Something that's been on my mind.
Is it golf clubs?
No. No. See, on the subject of golf clubs, see if you go on to YouTube, there's a video, it's a belter. Did you see the guy Beef Johnson?
No. The
Was
German
the boy that was
golfer?
at the Open? No, he's an English guy, but he's got like a big, massive beard.
Do you know what?
But he's not got,
my mate
he's
Gary
not got a
Waugh.
tash.
My mate Gary Waugh was caddying for him.
Right, aye.
He put the day as
He almost looks
he's-
like a...
it's no caddying. See the guys that hold up the quiet please sign. What the day?
Right.
What the days they've guys for the army. So see all a lot of the guys that's walking about. You know that on the caddies are markers, but they hold up the signs. They've got fucking armed forces following them round. It's like a treat for them. Go to the golf for a couple of days, but if you don't be quiet, the guys are going to fucking put a syringe in your ear.
Well, you'd be guaranteed that one of them wouldn't die in a heat wave.
But
And
he'd been raving about Beef Johnson. Says he was a really nice guy. Good sausages.
there's a video, I saw it on Facebook, and it was him doing a tour of his house. He just seems like such a nice guy. He's like, this is where the magic happens. He's in his bedroom, he's like, I try to sleep for about 12 hours a day. That's what the magic is.
Just once you wanted them to go, they wanted them to come out the side door at the kitchen and go, this is where the magic happens, and it's just a basement. It's with a mattress and a laptop. a couple of lines in a bedside cabinet. This is where
What
the
I want
magic
is-
happens.
What I want is, I don't know, you never watched Arrested Development, but there's the character Job, who is just, every time he comes out, they play the final countdown. And that's what I want it to be. So this is where the magic happens. You walk through the door and it's dee-dee-dee-dee, and then poof, poof, like smoke everywhere,
Aye.
and a tiger.
Right, what's your banhammer?
Banhammer
If the
is-
banhammer's good, Gary Black's got a fact for you.
All right, okay.
And if it's not good, Gary Black is a fact for you.
My banhammer is folk just resigning. Folk just going like that. Folk just going, I can't be bought. You know what I mean? Like Chris Evans is an example, whereas you're like that. Get a go, mate. Don't just chuck it in the towel right away. There's Boris Johnson again. He's like, I don't know what to do anymore. I'm chucking it. Roy Hodgson. They've all just chucked it. And the one
Nigel
guy who
Farage.
pretty much, the one guy who is pretty much getting the most amount of pressure to resign, Jeremy Corbyn's just gone like, fuck yous, I'm not doing it. He's like, I'm not getting up this place.
Do you think
Just get good Wi-Fi.
Do you think that's what Corbyn's doing? It's 15 minutes from my house, so it's the best wages I've ever had.
He's like, well, he's getting on. I don't know what his pension's like, so...
Well, it'll be final salary.
So I've got a good wage. But it's just folk just not having the balls to just say, all right, I fucked it up, I'll try and fix it. They'll just go, no, I'm just going to chuck it now. Steve Bruce, Hull.
Nah, I think he fucked up at Hull. Like, kind of saying, I'm really interested in the England job. And then when he didn't get it, there was two guys waiting for him going, oh, we didn't think you'd be back, Steve. What happened to the England job?
See, when Steve Bruce got the interview for that England job, it did feel a wee bit like, see, when Roberto Martinez was in charge of Wigan, and it was every time any manager resigned, the boy
Aye.
Ewan would come out and be like, oh, well, he would be a great candidate, but we don't want to lose him. He's like, fucking, I can't wait to get shot to him, get some
Aye.
cash money in here.
Roberto.
JJB's done going down the pan. I need the cash money.
So, what's the banhammer here?
Folk just resigning. Know what I mean? Hang about and get sacked. Go. No, don't hang about. Don't just fucking gear up. Get a go.
So you
aye,
would rather
that's
be sacked than resign from a job?
Because if you can look yourself in the mirror and say, I've gave that everything I gave it and I fucked up, then you can go. But see, if you resign, then you can go, well, what if I turned it round? There you go.
Is the banhammer exclusively for politics and football? Because I've worked in a few places and went, wish I couldn't chuck it.
There is quite a few folk that I would say that you could go, I fucking wish I could just get rid of you. I wish I could engineer it in some way that you would feel the need to resign.
But it's the same as a lot of our listeners are hoping that John resigns, but he just won't.
What's John?
The no good one.
Oh, that guy.
Right, what do you think, John? What do you think this is a banhammer?
It's the right one.
Aye.
Aye. It's in for me, 100%.
So,
Only if you're resigning from a recoverable position just because you can't be asked. It's too much hard work to fix what I've caused.
aye, nobody goes when they're at the top anymore, do they? Like, even Zidane. Zidane should have chucked it with a World Cup winners medal, but instead he headbutted a guy.
Yeah, I've got so much more respect. Zidane is one of my ultimate heroes, and I do love that. I genuinely would love it to be on the last day that I ever work, that I just do something fucking mental.
Do you think that's
It's
a...
like take an
Pick
action
up
to a
a
subway.
Oh, nah, that's too soon, Chris, too soon.
Isn't that a coward's way out? Wouldn't you be better to do it now? Well, basically what you're saying is retire instead of resign. You should do the action now and live with the consequences. You should go into your work
the
tomorrow.
thing with Zidane, that was Zidane's last day at his work. He's like, fuck it, I'm going to do him. I like that.
I'll take the one match ban.
Aye.
Never.
I had a last day at work where I changed all the letterheads in the print around so no one could print the right letters on the right paper. Boom.
I never logged into the AP hotline on my last day.
I always went to interviews 3 weeks before I knew I was getting sacked. I always jumped.
See, the thing
I
was,
always jumped.
If you put yourself in Zidane's shoes, right, you're at your last day at your work, you know you've got hundreds of cash, you're going to be sound, and then somebody calls your ma a boot, you're going to crack them.
Right.
That's a way to go out with a bit of style.
So what about Hodgson and Cameron, Farage, all these ones that's chucked it recently? Have they not done the same as Zidane? They fucked everybody.
No.
And then just left.
Cameron is one of the ones I do think I don't think it was the right decision to fucking go when he did, and that's a horrible thing that I've just said, and I feel dirty after saying it because he's a disgusting human being. But you know what? You don't just turn up somewhere. Imagine turning up at a party, slapping folk about the face, and then just going like, "Fuck it, I'm away." or like going in and going like, "See him and her, they were pumping. You don't even know about that." And then just walk away. You're just, you know what I mean? Just walking in, going, right, some cunt's drank the last 2 cans, and then just fucking walking out the room. The place would erupt,
Aye, it was
and then
me.
you've
The
created
party's
that
a Shana.
situation.
I don't even like reggae. Right.
Aye, that for me is the thing that with Cameron, that, and he annoyed me. He really annoyed me.
Right, what we doing, Gary? Is
That's in for me. That's in.
for you. Right, that's 3 yeses. Your banhammer's in, John.
Boom, party time.
Right,
I can go and finish the hoovering happy now.
will you do one more thing and just rate Gary Black's fact here? He was
Right,
pretty
okay.
pumped about it, but I don't know if it's one of these. Right, I'll talk about it after. He needs to get his place and do the fact.
Okay,
Right, John. I want you to...
right.
You know a panther?
The big cat.
Right. What if I told you that there is no such thing as a panther?
What about all the ones in America?
They are not panthers. They're it's actually a skin condition.
They're a recognised group.
No, they're not. They're not.
They put one horn up. They put one horn up with a glove on. If you go up to a Black Panther and say you don't exist, the boy will not fuck you.
That's it. That's part of the
Black
problem.
Lives Matter, Gary. Black Lives Matter. Fuck's sake, Gary.
Gary, you need to tell him why it's
Oh.
a fact.
Sorry.
Okay,
Right.
to go back to the fact,
Okay.
a panther in Asia is a leopard, which is entirely black instead of having spots, and a panther in South America is a jaguar with the same thing. So it's basically the opposite of being albino. It's called melanistic.
Right, okay.
I thought that was such a solid, good fact. I'm disappointed.
Well, I don't really feel that my life's get any better for hearing that, and I can't imagine a time when I would recant that tale to anyone ever.
You normally
Not
like
even
it.
the Waynes.
You normally like a fact, John.
fucking love a good fact. You're a fact, Gary. Right, you ready, Gary?
Yeah.
Che Guevara.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that that was not his real name?
Yes.
What is his real name?
Ernesto...
I can hear his whispering.
Are we at the pub quiz? Oh, we've been chucked at the pub quiz.
Do you know what Che means, though?
One?
It's good guy.
Ah.
Basically, that's what it's a word for, like, good guy. Now, that's a fucking fact you can tell again.
Like Shea
None of this
Garvin.
Panther nonsense. The Panthers don't exist. Who are you going to impress with that tale? Fucking Catwoman?
She probably
To
already
the
know.
crazy cat lady? Oh, hiya, hen. Wait till I tell you my fact about Panthers.
Right, but that's the route we thought you were going to go down, John.
I feel like I've
Sorry,
been taken
Gary.
down.
Sorry, Gary. I know you probably feel violated now. I'm sorry. Didn't mean that.
Right,
I'll try and
go
send you a
fuck
fact during the week, right?
yourself. Alright, okay.
Right, well done for getting the banhammer through. I'll give you a phone through the week, mate.
No worries. And yeah, I want my things back.
Aye, I'll bring them back to you. Thanks very much for sorting me out. Big gear.
Bye-bye.
Right, take care.
Right.
Speak to you soon. Bye.
Tell you what, he does not disappoint, John Gavin, does he?
Never.
Never. Right, we forgot, we had John on the phone there. There was a package came, John. And it was Vonnie's version of John Gavin. A little tiny woolen John Gavin tattoo.
Is this the one we've already seen famously on Twitter?
Aye. So I'll drop it off to him tomorrow night.
Good.
Miss him. But thanks very much for the effort again, Vonnie.
Do you think he'll be more appreciative of that than he was than my hard worked fact?
Mate, your fact was a shanner.
So bad.
See if we ever need to turn merch round and get t-shirts printed.
So bad.
It'll be Gary's fact. We'll just put the fact underneath it. Panthers are near hang. If you don't know what this t-shirt means, then you've led a full life. Right, have you got any thank yous to say online this week? Any new followers, Gary? Or
No, they can all go fuck themselves. Summer downtime.
summer downtime? To the people that I have listening, thanks very much. I can't think. Is there anything else to go through?
No.
What are we doing the next few weeks? Is there going to be
Well-
podcasts? Or are we on a summer break?
We'll need to discuss that because there's summer stuff happening. Right.
So we might see you
I'm
next
trying
week.
to wrap this shit up, but it's going really slow. I will be here for a podcast next week.
Okay.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Yep.
4.
Yep.